Okay, so we're going to make a secret door folder, and for that you'll need a folder and one other piece of cardstock or construction paper. You can also do this actually with just 2 pieces of cardstock. If you're using a folder, it's really useful to cut off the extra piece so that you end up with a nice squared off folder, so you don't have that extra little thing. So I've already done that with this folder. And then what I did was I actually folded each side into the center fold. So now my folder looks like this. On the inside, you then want to divide the folder equally into 3 parts, which you can do by just measuring roughly about, with these particular folders, it's about 9.5 centimeters. So I've marked in 2 spots at 9.5 and 9.5 from the bottom, and then the same thing over here on the next fold. Then I could just take my ruler and basically connect the dots so that I get a nice even line all the way across. And if you really want to be extra certain that you're getting the right spot, you can mark on the other side as well, just to make sure that you're staying even. And I'm just going to draw a line. You can just draw a line with anything, pencil, whatever, just to connect up your dots from one side to the other. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you don't even have to measure. You can just do it by looking at it and deciding if you want to. So then what we want to do is we want to fold the folder the wrong way. So now it looks like a big W. And what I'm going to do is, holding it by that center fold, I'm going to cut in to the end of that line that I drew. It's really quick and simple. And the same thing on the other side. So I've made 2 cuts in my folder. And remember, those cuts should be towards the folds, okay? So you're holding the fold line when you're cutting, not the other way around. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that other piece of paper, and I like to use a different color for contrast, and you measure it up against the folder's middle. And you can see this paper is slightly bigger than the middle of that folder. So just to make my life easier, I'm just going to put my paper along the edge, and I'm just going to mark off the line. And something that you can do just to make your life a little easier is just give it a little extra. So I'm cutting off just a wee bit more. So then I can quickly trim, because I have lines there, and that way the kids will stay straight if they've traced it. The less frustrating it is for everybody, the better the experience. So now I've got my piece of paper which folds and will fit really nicely into here with a wee bit of room, so it's not totally tight up against my folds. And I can close both doors nicely. But I'm not done. So the next thing we need to do is we're going to fold our piece of paper hot dog style. And I'm going to cut those 2 pieces, that into 2 pieces, right down that center line fold. So I'll end up with 2 strips of my colored paper. Now here's where we make the magic happen. We're going to weave our paper in and out of these holes. So the first strip you do, put it under and through that center fold. The second strip, we're going to put it over and under. So weave it like this, and it's going to go in here. And then under like this, right here. So now I've got a beautiful grid that I can use for the inside of my folder. And it's actually organized visually very well for students so that there are actually 6 nice blocks in which they can write or draw depending on the project you're doing. The other thing that's really interesting about the secret door is you have the front surface, the side surfaces, the inner surfaces, and then the real magic happens. Fold your folder back, put your fingers between these 2 pieces of paper and pull outwards. And you now can see the interior, which